Hey guys, Mango Recaps here. Today, I am going to explain 2019 South Korean action comedy film titled Extreme Job. Spoilers ahead. Watch out and please take care. As a disclaimer, this video includes my own analysis, commentary, and it's not a substitute of the full movie. Click the link below to watch, buy or rent the movie. At the beginning of this movie, we see gamblers gambling inside a closed place. By breaking the window, a lady officer called Jang, hanging on the rope, asks one of the gamblers to surrender. She let others go, as she is there to catch Hwang Dong. He starts to quickly get his things packed, and is about to leave. But she informed him that he was surrounded from all sides by the police, so there was no way he can escape. Young Ho and Jae-hoon are waiting for him at the door to come out. When he opens another window, he finds the team captain, Ko, hanging there, but struggling to remain steady. Hwang Dong mocks him for not mocking a clean jump, breaks the windows and pulls his baton, and attacks the target, and cuffs him. However, when the captain orders them to break in, he jumps out of the windows. Hoping to reach the ground faster, he uses the same rope to get down, but ends up hurting his back badly. Hwang Do pulls out a lady from the car and gets inside, but when he is about to start the car, he is pulled out by the same lady. How funny is that? He then runs on foot. Out of nowhere, Detective Ma comes on the scooter there and crashes into Hwang. It's a pretty smart arrest, but when he is about to cuff Hwang, he realizes that he forgot to bring a handcuff. Hwang grabs his taser gun, tases him and again starts to run, but not long, he gets hit by the bus. This leads to multiple accidents. Some of them were doing it purposely for insurance fraud. Watching this stunned the captain. Then we cut to the scene, where they are standing in front of the chief, and are being questioned. He reads case reports and informs them that they caused 16 cars to bump into one another and the owners are furious about it. They try to explain, but the chief is not in the mood to listen. Moreover, the chief also informed Ko that his junior Choi got his promotion. Chief is not happy about letting criminals an easy escape, so he orders them to leave by throwing things at them. In the hallway, the group is not happy with the tiny budget they are provided. When Jang accuses Ma of budget manipulation, we come to know that he has spent all their budget on the casino, and they find one casino coin in his pocket. Ma tries to divert the topic and asks them to focus on the fraudster. This enraged the Ko. Choi and his team pass by when Ko is fighting with Ma. Ko stops Choi and says that they could have collaborated if Choi had informed him about the case. Choi tells that he wanted himself to catch them, as Ko and his team are well known for screwing up the operation. He also mocks Ko and his team for ruining the operation. Later, during the dinner hosted by Choi, the party enjoys the dinner while the two sit at different tables and talk about the case that Choi is about to hand him. Choi hands the tip of the case to Ko about the gang leader called Mubei who is likely to run the illegal operation in the town. Ko denies his request, but when Choi tells him that this would get him promoted. Before Choi cancels the offer, he accepts it. Choi shows him a photograph of the gang, who is under the recruit of Mubei and is waiting to join the gang again. The next day, the team begins their operation. Ko, Jang, and Young Ho keep their eyes from a distance, whereas Jae-ho pretends to be a construction worker, and Ma sits on the rooftop and spies the movement from his binoculars. A woman in the next building assumes Ma is watching her changing dress and calls the police, while Jae-ho is taken by the constructor believing him as a worker. Soon the police show up there and apprehend the whole gang. They do not inform the police that they work in the same department because in the meantime, Hong gang member passes by and this would ruin their whole operation. Not long, finally, the group reveals their identity. The next day, they sit in the nearby restaurant, as it becomes a risk for their operation. They order fried chicken, eat it day turn it to night, and still waiting Mubei to show up. They are tired and frustrated. Young Ho believes that it is pointless to sit inside the restaurant and accuses Ma for ruining the operation. But in the meantime, he notices Mubei talking with his gang. The whole crew stalks the going, until the restaurant owner comes there with the order, and when again they peep, Mubei and his gang are long gone. They need to get inside that building and set the wiretap for strong evidence. While thinking to bring down the Mubei gang, Ko comes up with the idea and asks the owner if the gang orders anything from there. In return he answers, they are only the one who orders from him. The team has some positive news at least, but not long, when Young Ho wonders if they can deliver the order on his behalf. To which he replies that he has put the place for the sale. The team comes up with the idea to buy the restaurant. So to talk about it, Ko goes to the chief and asks for the budget to buy the restaurant, but the latter rejects him. With no options left, Ko withdraws his life saving and buys the restaurant. In case they become unable to crack the case, then he will quit the job and continue working in the restaurant. Meanwhile, the team brings up the tapping equipment and throws the wireless taping device into the thugs' building. They keep eye on them and listen to their conversation. But they are disturbed by the unwanted customer from time to time. They still could not find any suspicious activity. The thug members get into an argument over the remote and Hong mocks them fight to finalize the winner. And also makes them clear that the loser has to buy the chicken from the nearby restaurant. Hearing this, Ko panicked as they do not have chicken there. Soon the thugs come there, but they return back, when the lady tells them that there is no chicken left, and are about to close. The next morning the first thing they do is to buy the chicken and groceries. Ko orders everyone to prepare the fried chicken. Well, all of them give their best shot. And it turns out that Ma chicken is delicious. Everyone likes it. So, Ma becomes their chef. The customer tastes their chicken and surprisingly, they like it. Soon, the chicken becomes famous. Lots of people stay in queue to eat there. Young Ho stays outside to keep an eye on the gang, while the rest of them works inside the restaurant due to the heavy inflow of customer. Money starts to come in, and Ko gifts his wife an expensive gift. The time passes by, the restaurant's name is everywhere for its delicious chicken. 2 reporters show up there and tell Ko that they want to report about their secret chicken ribs. Ko instantly rejects their proposal and throws them out of the restaurant thinking that it will reveal their true identity which might ruin their investigation of the gang. Meanwhile, one night, Young Ho notices the movement and sees Mu Bei getting inside his car. Young Ho quickly informs Captain Ko, but doesn't get any response because he and the rest of them are busy serving the huge number of customers. After no response from the team, he decided to follow them. He follows them until the cars split in the intersection. He doesn't know which car to follow, so in frustration, he returns to the restaurant. His teammates blame him for not helping them. He tells them about the situation that had happened and doubts them if they had forgotten their real purpose. Ko releases that they are going out of track. Hoping to decrease the inflow of customers, they even raise the price, but the customer doesn't stop to come there and eating. The situation is going out of control and they are not able to focus on the investigation. They come with a different strategy, like they put the notice on the door stating that they only serve 50 chickens a day. But still, it is not working. The more customer visits the restaurant. Afterward, the chief calls them into his office and asks for an update about the case. Chief is not happy with the performance of the team, and decides to demobilize the team, but Ko receives the delivery order from the thugs building. With the signal from the captain, the team rushes back to the restaurant, and prepares the chicken. Jang plans to drug them, but Ko rejects her thinking that it is unethical. The team becomes ready to bug the place, and to do so, Ko assigns the responsibilities to each team member. They become ready for action. Ko rings the bell as the delivery boy, while others focus on their own task. Ko is astounded to see a woman working there and finds that the thugs have left the building. Women grab the chicken, whereas Ko informs the teammates about the situation. The team is back at the restaurant and wonders what just happened. All their investigation and his pension money are swept away. Ko starts to laugh at their situation, and tells them to enjoy the night as it is their farewell party because the chief is soon going to disband the team. He opens the bottle and drinks it, but Jang throws the bottle by kicking it as they had drugged the drink, despite the order from the Ko. Before Ko could fall, Ma and Jang catch him and lay him on the bed. Ko tells that he is responsible for ruining the operation because things would be different if he had not gotten the taste of money and passed out. The next day, those 2 reporters carry out the news coverages, as revenge for throwing them out earlier, and blames the Ko and the team for selling the chicken for a huge price. He further mentions that they buy the chicken from somewhere else and sell it, saying it of their own. The news is all over and, unfortunately, the whole team is suspended for running the restaurant, instead of investing Mu Bei. That night he also talks with his wife about the ongoing situation. She is not happy with selling the chicken. When his wife starts saying that they can use the pension money to start fresh by quitting the force, he starts crying, as he had withdrawn the pension money while buying the restaurant. In the morning, the whole team sits around, where Ko asks them to continue working there and promises to divide the profit equally. A businessman named Young, who works for Mu Bei, shows up there, and requests them to let him franchise the restaurant. They do not believe him and doubt him for being another fraud, who is there to mock them, until he shows them a briefcase full of a handsome amount. The deal is on and now they have several restaurants running under their name. Well, it turns out that the thugs are using the restaurant to safely deliver the drugs to their customers. Meanwhile, the franchisee store's employees starts to behave wrongly toward the customer. They even chase the customer away, since they are not interested in selling the chicken. Their motive is to only focus on the drug. The sales and the brand image are slowly deteriorating, and again the restaurant is all over the news for poorly managing the outlet, in the process of extending the business. They found that one person ordered 20 deliveries in one go, which is unusual and suspicious. So, starts to investigate the restaurant by keeping the eye on Mubei restaurant and following the delivery. They find that when the customer receives the order, they grab something but throw the chicken away. After following the deliveries, Ko and Young Ho notice a fight over the delivery between the customer and the delivery boy. This leads Ko to go over to the customer, and find out that the dark business running under the name of chicken. In the next scene, we see Ma is in one of their outlets and finds employees gambling there. His gambling craziness made him join them. He is enjoying the game. The thugs talk in Mandarin when they mention that soon they are going to wipe away the whole business and kill the young. Ma also talks in Mandarin, and inquires about the information source. They beat Ma and hand him over to Mubei. Not long, Mubei finds that Ma is a detective. This puts Mubei into tension and does not want to bring down his business. Instead plans to use Ma as bait, for killing others. Meanwhile, Ko, Young Ho, and Jang visit Young's office, but finds no one there. Young had already emptied the place. In the meantime, Jang receives the video call from Ma's phone, but when she answers it, she sees an injured Ma tied to the chair. The thugs then demand Ko come to the provided location, if they want Ma alive. The thugs dig the grave for Ma. Luckily, Ma manages to set himself free and knocks out all the thugs present there. While escaping, he notices a truck passing by. He clings to the truck. The squad reach the provided location, but unfortunately, they miss each other. The truck reaches the harbor. Before the truck stops, Ma jumps from it and hides beside the container. He sees the two gangs led by Mubei and Ted Chong are about to exchange the deal. To stop from happening the deal, Ma turns the ambulance siren instead of the police siren. He quickly realizes it and again turns the police sirens. Hearing the siren, the group panics and Mubei shoots Ted Chong in both legs. After receiving the message from Ko, Choi and his team head toward the harbor. On the way, Choi team believes that Ko team will be easily taken down by the gang. But Choi is damn sure that the Ko team will easily clean the gang. Well, it turns out that Ma is an ex-judo national athlete. Young Ho used to be in the elite force. Jang is a winner of the Muay Thai Asian champion. And Jae Hoon is an ex-baseball player, who had developed resilience to blow. And Captain Ko is called Zombie because he had survived 12 times after being stabbed over the period of 20 years in a major crime division. Mubei, looking for the opportunity, take the money-packed suitcase along with his assistant, and goes toward the ship to run away. Ma follows him and tries to stop him. But Mubei's assistant fight with him and knock him down. Not long Ma comes there to rescue him, while Mubei gets inside the boat. Ko follows him. Meanwhile, Ko shows up in front of the boat. They both get into a fight. They knock each other out, but Ko gets up like the zombie, pulls Mubei's legs, and bites him on the leg. Meanwhile, Choi arrives there, but finds that Ko's squad has already tied the thugs on the ground and is waiting like a winner. Finally, the gang is arrested. Later the whole team of Ko is awarded with the promotion. Finally, Captain Ko is promoted. The movie ends here. Please, subscribe to watch new movies recaps, turn on notifications, and leave a like and comment to support the channel.